Hello and thanks for joining me in another episode of Zulf Talks Photography. In this week's episode, we're going to have a quick look at updates in the photography arena. What is going on? 360 camera makes rally car racing look like a video game. There's a lot more going on here. This week we've got photographers give rescue dogs their ears back and a number of other interesting camera reviews and updates. Let's go into the first one quickly because this looked very interesting to me. 360 camera makes rally car racing look like a video game. So we're at that point now. Can we tell any more what is real and what is a video game? So the American Rally Association, ARA, shared an incredible video clip on Facebook that shows a Subaru WRX rally car winding through a gravel stage at the Oregon Trail Rally. It actually looks quite intense. It looks like there's a camera in the back of the actual windscreen as well. Is that right? And I can see the guy holding a long... Oh, here we go. We got an actual video clip. So if you listen to this podcast episode, you can jump over to Twitch, Facebook, LinkedIn, any of the social medias at zulftalks.com and get to see the video clip. Oh my god, look at that. Very smooth footage, nice drifting, and yeah, that looks very game-like. So 360 cameras are where it's at. Look at this rally car that looks like a game. That's actually a real life rally going on in America, but that is intense. Should have seen some of the turns on that. Let me go back a bit so you can see the turns. Watch this. Look, see the back end just drifts out slowly. Very good driving as well. So as cameras have gotten smaller and more advanced, they have been used to exceedingly amazing effect with race cars. Yeah, you can see a great example of that right here. Okay, I'm still looking at that. That's very interesting. So what's the situation here then? Oh, there's another one. Oh my god, there's another one. Okay, so they're showing how they're mounting that, the 360 cameras. So you can see where it gets mounted onto the vehicle. It's like a little... Okay. So yeah, motorcyclists have been... Oh, there we go. Motorcyclists have been doing this for years. There's one here. But depending on where you mount it, you can actually go through the footage. The only thing I don't like about the 360 cameras is at the moment you have to use their own software to decide what you want to look at. So if you're already doing video editing, you've got another thing to worry about there, so it's extra workflow. But overall, it's a good idea. So what we're saying... yeah, okay, is it worth it? Maybe, possibly. So how professional photographers can use AI to alleviate their craft, elevate their craft, and grow their business. The world of photography stands on the brink of an intriguing evolution. AI is there, isn't it? That's a nice little article there. So in summary, what we're saying. The ability of AI to analyze and learn from vast data sets also holds promise for market research and strategic planning. AI-powered analytics can reveal trends and patterns in styles, themes, or subjects that resonate with specific audiences. Yeah, there's a lot there, isn't there? That's like an in-depth analytical write-up. Who wrote this? Jeff Meyer on camera jabber. Maybe a few more photos in that to break that up a bit. Looks like a bit chunk of text there. Watch out Instax. So this is like the new Leica instant camera which is on the way. Looks well. These are, you know, I've still got another camera which is an instant camera which actually spits out a photo. Looks like the Leica is releasing a new soft hybrid instant camera to challenge Instax Mini Evo. Okay, so what we're saying now here, 194. Yeah, this is the one I'm used to seeing. So that was like an interesting option, but there's loads out there now. So a lot of people are looking at these, and yeah, because you want to get back into the old school where you actually start printing photos. It looks like a little red blocks. Like think of Instagram logo. It's like a camera but it's got a Leica lens on it, so it's going to be good. This time Leica is releasing a hybrid digital instant camera which based on the design in resignation document and Leica's habit of upcycling Fujifilm tech, looks to be based on the Instax Mini Evo released in 2022. Okay, so they're copying another camera design. But can you copy a camera design? Cameras look like cameras. I'm assuming it's like where the light's placed and the overall layout, so it's very interesting. Okay, tripod heads are very important. I was doing a lot of shoots recently for unknown brands. I can't disclose them because of NDAs, and I've been using a number of my tripod heads, and with heavy cameras they don't hold their position. So having a good FlexShooter Pro Tripod Head. Maximum load 45 kilograms, which is about 100 pounds. Okay, so this looks like a little bit more advanced. It's got a nice quick release system. It's designed with the goal of providing a tripod head for shooting with super telephoto and standard length lenses in one package. You'll be surprised if you're doing a shoot and you've framed it perfectly and your tripod head moves slightly. It just makes it look like the next shot isn't in sync, so you have to have a cover up shot like a B-roll to cover it up. So interesting, but you can see here, big, girthy, heavy cameras can handle it. And it's friction on a ball in most cases. The ball's bigger, you get more friction, so build quality is there. But $600, okay, yeah. If you got like a $5,000 lens on there, then 600 in comparison is nothing. And even this kind of thing where you're doing wildlife photography and you're zooming in, you want it to stay put, especially if you're doing video or time lapse like this, for example, where you've got like slow moving water, etc., light painting. Okay, so that's not a bad option, definitely worth considering. In defense of the smartphone camera, the lessons traditional photographers can learn. What can we learn from smartphone photographers? Photographers are photographers, whether you're using a smartphone, whether you're using a really big massive DSLR or a little, like an instant camera. I'm calling that instant, but it's more of a film camera. It shouldn't really matter. The rules are the same. As the age-old adage goes, the best camera is the one you have with you. I like the start of that. Importance of composition, art of maximizing light, embracing limitations, efficiency and mobility with their lightweight and compact designs. Yes, if you've got it with you. I've taken amazing photos with my mobile phone just because I had my phone with me, and that moment the light was right, the photo was right. And then it didn't matter that it was on. Well, actually, to be honest, this probably has more megapixels than my DSLR camera does these days. But remember, DSLR megapixels are different to smartphone megapixels. The sensor is smaller. Does it really matter? I don't think so. Not anymore. If you got a good photo, you got a good photo. It doesn't matter what it was taken with. So yeah, I think that is correct. That's a nice little article there by Camera Jabber, giving us a reminder that most photography is photography. Is being different a real I can't say this word. Differentiator. With branding and advertising marketing, there is no safety in numbers. This means that it does not make sense to attempt to blend into a crowd. The point is to stand out from them, even if it means not playing it safe. So we look like we've got a tree here, and on the tree is like a cut down tree, and on the stumps there's someone's painted faces on them. So interesting photos. This looks interesting. For some reason his face looks different. Is there some type of manipulation going on here? I'm not sure. But yeah, there's a number of photos here. Okay, black and white photography. Yeah, so basically be different, do something different. Someone might like it, and you've got your own little scope of photography arena. Photographer gives rescue dogs their ears back with the help of AI. I saw this on Petapixel and it's interesting. So dog ears were chopped off basically, and someone's gone in with AI and said, you know what would this dog look like with ears? And I do like the photo. I don't know. Now it looks like the cut off ears are the fake ears, and the AI ears was what it was originally as, even though there's a little bit of like it's not quite got it right. But this long considered the practice of mute. Oh, so this is a thing. They're trying to make their dogs look more vicious by cutting their ears apparently. So using Dolly, it was particularly difficult, but the results could be hit or miss. Sometimes it got it bang on, sometimes it didn't quite look right, but they look better with ears. The dogs look better with ears. Stop cutting your dog's ears, please. It's called cropping apparently. So why is cropping dogs' ears cruel? The American Veterinary Medical Association, AVMA, opposes the ear cropping and tail docking of dogs when done solely for cosmetic purposes. Okay, so this is like a bit of a trend. Oh, I like that. That was like a bit of a fun look at that. So massive cameras. Sony set to release world's fastest camera ahead of 2024 Olympics. So you know when you're doing fast photography, you want something that will keep up with the frame rates. What does that even mean? So you want the quality of the photos to be sharp, and if someone's moving really fastly, you want to snap them in the moment. A fast shutter speed is helpful for that, as well as a good zooming lens with low aperture, ideally if you want background blur. And Sony is setting out its A93, stealing the speed crown from the Nikon Z9. So there's a nice little option there for $4,000 if you got knocking about in your pocket. Make sure to consider that as an option for you. I think you will enjoy that as an expensive camera. Or you could just whack out your 5D Mark II with a 5.4 frames per second. Is that sufficient? Do you need 45 frames a second? I don't know, you tell me. UK police will soon be able to hand pilots fixed penalties for breaches of the drone regulations. Did you know there's drone regulations? We ordered a drone. I've played about it, tested it. It's overheated. RC Geeks is where we bought it from. They're taking 21 days to... we've sent it back to them. It takes them 21 days to confirm that it overheats, which it took us 15 minutes to confirm in one live stream. We were live on TikTok and it was getting very hot to the point where you couldn't touch the battery terminal. And we did a video about it. We talked about it and we explained, oh wait a minute, this doesn't seem right. It was about £250 drone. So it's not like it's an FPV drone, not a video 4K drone. And it's a little bit of a shame that it's taking that long for us to get a replacement or whatever they're going to do. I don't know what RC Geeks are going to do. We had quick communications. We've sent it back special delivery, but it's just the case they're taking really long now. So I might drop them an email today, find out what's going on. I'll bring you that on the hypingtech.com podcast. A plug for another episode there. We're going to continue with photo news today. And thanks to our sponsor for making this video possible, trustedcreators.org. Start your next creative project with the help of trustedcreators.org, the premier community of professional designers, writers, photographers, and more. They have the expertise you need to bring your ideas to life. Visit their website to learn more, trustedcreators.org. And if you're a creator and you want to get sponsored, they've got a section at the bottom of that which gives you like a package. You can basically you get paid for doing things. So you can get a sponsored agreement or advice or camera gear or whatever it is you're using. And you can also pick up a newsletter for resources for this episode. And that is zulftalks.com. You'll get show resources, direct access to all the amazing information. Let me show you what that looks like. It looks like this. If you're watching on the video version of this, all you do is drop your name and email in there and you can get features directly to your inbox. Why would you want that? Because it's always interesting to know when something new is happening. And the conventional news we cover on the podcast gives you a new look at things that hasn't made it to the mainstream really. Again, we're going to recap on some articles and we're going to call this the best photo news update of all time because this camera looks massive. Obviously Sony seems to be the main DSLR camera at the moment, making heads and bounds. Nikon's up there, Canon is up there, and drone pilots are probably suffering as well. And in fun news, to round off today's episode, people seriously divided as Google brings back the flip phone. If anyone can do it, Google can do it. It's like Nokia back in the day when it was Nokia. People have been left seriously divided as Google brings back the flip phone. The tech giant seems to be reviving one of the most notable parts of the early 2000s, and no, it's not the Spice Girls or MSN drama, but the iconic folding phones that once graced our skinny jeans, apparently, if you wore skinny jeans. Okay, let me see what it looks like. Okay, it looks like a Motorola. Hello, Moto. Not bad. Would you be having a flip phone? Jason Manford terrified as daughter's phone was taken over by hackers. Oh my days. Okay, that's a bit of tech news for you going on there as well. I'd like to say thank you for joining me in today's episode of Zulf Talks Photography. Make sure to check out the show notes and I'll see you on the next episode of this series of podcasts. You can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. The list is endless. We're live every Friday, so make sure you check us out. See you on the next episode right here.